What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Heel Hookers Podcast, episode 182, and we are back with another goddamn preview of a UFC Apex event. Let's go! This one actually got a pretty damn good main event because it was supposed to be a fight on the pay-per-view, I believe, right? Yes. Or no, last week it was. And they pulled it off, which, I mean, it would have been nice to have it still on the pay-per-view. Just would have added some nice extra value.
For sure.
But especially with this overall card and everything, you really need a nice main event on top of that. So it's nice, and it's good to just get 5 rounds too. Gilbert Burns, Michael Morales, let's go before we get into all that. As always, like and subscribe if you enjoy everything we put out. Let's go. But all right, UFC Apex main event, Michael Morales, Gilbert Burns. First thing, I guess, to get into, do you think overall 5 rounds going to favor Gilbert Burns heading into this fight?
I guess technically because he has the experience, but Morales, for one, he doesn't show to slow down in his fights. You know, he's gone to the decision, the 3 rounds a couple times, and he doesn't look like he's slowing down in them. But he also doesn't have the highest pace. You know what I mean? It's not like he's putting out this stupid pressure where it's okay, he might gas at the end of it, and he's gassing by round 3. So I'm not really concerned about that. Yeah.
I gotcha.
I was about to say, I'm not really sure if 5 rounds is really even going to factor into this fight, because Michael Morales is a finisher, mainly via KO, TKO, and Gilbert Burns is very susceptible to someone like that. It's mainly going to come down to it factoring in if Gilbert Burns is able to get the takedowns on Michael Morales, who at the moment, 92% takedown defense through his career. Last fight was against Magny. It's one of those things where it's I just feel like it's not really going to affect the fight in any sort of way. I feel like he's just going to be able to go in there and finish Burns potentially before the championship rounds, the 4 and 5. So
that's fair. Because honestly, I wonder if, just to kind of your overall point of I wonder if the 4 and 5, and just the 5 rounds generally, if it does kind of favor Michael Morales, because one, just a much younger guy, so that
he's 13 years younger.
25 to 38 years old. Gilbert just on the older end of his career. He does not have many more fights left to him. He's put in so many tough fights, so many wars and everything. And so one, just older fighters, they tend to just gas much faster, you know what I mean? And then with you saying that he is patient, he's very powerful, he's a finisher, and he will take his time, and he doesn't seem to gas. I wonder if even just having those 2 extra rounds, even if he is getting taken down, even if he is having to work, defend, whatever, get back up, if Gilbert isn't going to be able to keep up with that over 25 minutes, and if at some point in the fight Morales is just going to be able to find that shot no matter what, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, yeah, exactly. That's kind of the thing, is just Burns, again, he is a lot more forward pressure, throwing strikes. So I feel the basically is what Michael Morales does with his countering, how he counters Gilbert Burns. And I feel that's how it's going to end up with the finishing sequence. He's going to counter potentially an overhand left from Burns, and then when he's jumping in, the way he does, and then just counter it. He gets hurt, tries to finish the fight, all that. That would be where the 5 rounds would matter, if he counters him, hurts him, and then blows his load right there and does not get Burns out there. That's the only time I think it would. That's when I think it would matter for the 5 round fight. And how it would affect Morales, be more in favor of Burns than Morales. But even then, Burns would still be tired as hell there too.
No, yeah. I just hope to God that Morales is smart enough that if he goes out there, starts touching up Gilbert, and he drops him, he tells him to get right the fuck up, the fuck back up. You do exactly what Usman did. You tell him to get the fuck up every time. You drop him 3 times in a round until he just laying there and the ref calls him. You know what I mean? You do that. And then, because you said too, with the countering, man, 2 inches taller, but an 8-inch reach advantage to Michael Morales. He is 6 feet tall with a 79-inch reach. Wild long ass arms on him. Gilbert just gets touched up by jabs and he just goes down to them, man, because like you said, just like a lot of times he's just exploding into range as like the shorter, just more powerful fighter, and Morales is such a good technical striker that I do kind of agree that probably within under 2 rounds, I wouldn't be surprised if he's just landing those good counter shots as Gilbert's coming in and he just finds one to put him down. You know what I mean? Like it.
Yeah, I'm just
38 years old. It's so rough for Gilbert.
I feel like it's going to be a check left hook.
I don't like that's possible for sure. It's like
it's just the way he jumps into range. Because he also like Burns isn't the most square a lot of times when he's exploding into range. He's kind of like played it off to the side coming in like this. So like a check left hook would be right there for the taking, honestly.
Yeah, just meet him with it and just It's 17-0 for Michael Morales, 5-0 in the UFC. If he's able to go out there to easily the biggest win of his career, being able to get himself into the top 10, just finally into the mix of all the other guys in the division at 170. You know what I mean?
I honestly really think that this is a fight that he's going to be able to, like, for all the reasons that you said. I think he's going to be able to defend the takedowns. I think he's going to use his leg kicks too, because he has nice leg kicks to just slow Burns down and just put shots on him from his range. And it's done.
But teeps to the body.
It's a good fight with good experience. One of those things, he has Neil Magny, he has Gilbert Burns. He's very young, so I like these fights for him, considering he's already ranked and all the killers at the top. Like, these are the type of fights that he needs, but I do think that it's going to be pretty easy for him.
I wouldn't be surprised. It's just one of those things where
it'll be like medium hard. You know what I mean?
I mean, like at the end of the day, the task is tough because even if he goes out there and makes it look easy, it's like, Gilbert Burns 3-fight losing streak, literally to the top 3 guys in the division right now. So
it's literally former champ Bilal, current champ Jack, and then Sean Brady, who's right there for a title shot.
Just fucking dominated former champion Leon Edwards. So it's like, right there at the top, and it's like. He is still an extremely dangerous fighter with a lot of good skill sets because it's like even with the wrestling, like you saying 92% takedown defense, it's like Morales hasn't come close to fighting anyone with anywhere near as good wrestling and grappling ability as Gilbert Burns. You know what I mean? And just like the experience, the fucking explosiveness to be able to mix everything up. You know what I mean? Like that is a very real factor where it's like if he's just able to go out there, stuff takedowns, put the hands on him, make it look easy, like that is such an impressive win. You know what I mean? Like that, like even with Jack, like the only one getting the finish like on Gilbert out of this 3-fight losing streak, it was 3rd round rally behind victory. He got taken down 7 times in that fight and had to come back late in the 3rd to get it. You know what I mean? Like was easily about to lose that fight. So it's like Morales really needs to be on his P's and Q's, fucking like just ready to go and cannot fuck up like at any point, because it's like, even with him, Gilbert being 38 years old, all these things, it's like if that takedown defense really isn't on par to like what it like actually should be, dude's gonna get ragdolled and fucking mopped in this fight. Like if Gilbert goes out there, just throws a couple punches, like grabs a takedown, and he's able to just like easy double leg. Bro, Morales might be fucked. Like it is.
It's definitely gonna be in deep water. Like that is 100% for sure. Like the thing is, we talk about like Burns and he gets hurt a lot and all this. He had the only 2 people who have finished him are Jack Della Maddalena and Kamaru Usman.
Yeah.
In this division, at least.
3rd round, I'm pretty sure, right?
Yes, both in the 3rd round. And the thing about it is, it's just like, he went to war with Hamzat. Him and Bilal fought, and then like Sean Brady, who's not much of a striker, but like that was the thing that was going to be interesting. It's like they're just like submission skills against each other. Like it was just going to cancel out anyway. So it was mainly who was going to ride out on top, get a little bit of ground and pound in there. So
and that Sean Brady fight was just also like a terribly bad one for Gilbert and just his performance and everything. So it's like but very interesting main event. Can't wait to just see how it plays out. I fucking love Gilbert Burns and like I'm never actually gonna like root against him or anything like that, but you just hope that Morales is able to pass the test and be able to just get into the top of the division with Ian Gary and fucking Shavkat and Jack and Sean and Buckley and like it just.
I was about to say I love Burns as well. I will never root against Burns, but I am also very realistic with his whenever I see him fighting someone. with how I think it's going to go. So I just feel like Morales has the skills to be able to win this. If he wins this, like, it's just very interesting, like, who he potentially could fight next. Because honestly, it could be like a Leon Edwards, could be Usman if he's coming off loss to Buckley. Like, there are fights.
Tomorrow Usman goes out there, gets knocked out by Buckley, he's done. I don't think he's fighting anymore.
Yeah.
Well, but if it's a
Leon Edwards, be interesting.
Yeah, if it's a knockout, I agree with you with the Usman fight. But if it's like a close like decision, I'd see Usman being like, no, see, I could still hang. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's possible.
Just unlucky on the draw. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, just seeing like at least on fucking just Tapology, minus 650 favor from Michael.
Yeah, huge.
That's like
huge favor.
I like with all things of like things that he can make this a very easy fight. It's like, bro, like that is just like I don't know. That seems a little bit too big. That's a lot. Just I don't know. Neil Magny's your best win, and you're fighting Gilbert Burns, and you're a fucking almost minus 700 favorite. That's kind of crazy. But hey, we'll see how it goes. Gilbert has talked some shit about that Ecuadorian wrestling, so we'll see how all that plays out. Let's go. Going on to the co-main event, which honestly, I feel like the feature bout should be the co-main event. I feel like it'd be much better.
Yeah, same.
That one
it is what
is
it
at
is.
least going to be a fun-ass, wacky fight, hopefully. Paul Craig back up at 205, where he belongs.
Yes.
My fucking GOAT, taking on Rodolfo Bellato. What are you laughing at that for, Ginger? Paul Craig's great. You know? What's your problem with Paul Craig? This should... I don't know, man. I definitely like that Paul Craig is back up at 205. 185 was not the play at all. It's like, even with yeah, you've taken some rough losses at 205, man. It's because you're not the greatest fighter, but like you've got some goddamn good wins at 205 too. Like, you know,
it's just kind of crazy for Rodolfo because it's like he's 1 win and 1 draw in the UFC. The win over Ihor Potieria and the draw with Jimmy Crute. He's 1-1 on Contender Series. And he's going to fight Paul Craig. Like, I know he's on a 3-fight losing streak, but Brendan Allen, Kaio, Bo Nickal, like, it's like...
Hey.
Rodolfo?
Even better. Rodolfo Vieira, 1-1 in 1 draw, 1-1 in Contender Series. Minus 500 favorite. In a very losable fight. Like, let's make that clear. Paul Craig can easily win this fight. Not easily, but it is very, very live that Paul Craig wins this fight.
Bruh, I feel like I have to throw money on Paul Craig by sub.
Same. I'm not gonna lie.
Bro, that's gotta be like fucking plus 1,000 or some shit, I feel like. If he's that big of a favorite.
Better Paul Craig by TKO. Round and pound.
No. Come on. Was he only done that to fucking Andre Muniz?
I mean, Andre Muniz, Rodolfo Bellato.
Way different proven levels so far.
Yeah, Muniz is more proven. You say that like it's like...
Yeah. I don't know, man. Paul Craig, I never know what the fuck's gonna go on with him.
You can't know what's gonna go on with him.
It's gonna be fun.
The only reason I'm like Paul Craig should win this is the fact that before he finished Ihor Potieria, he was almost finished by Ihor Potieria, and then he goes to a draw with Jimmy Crute when Jimmy Crute was coming back off how long of a layoff?
3 years or something, I don't know.
Yeah, like a 2-year layoff. So
it's definitely too big of a step up, like too fast. Like I don't know, but Paul Craig, he's chinny, he could get touched. So you know, if it's just like as long as he's Rodolfo Bellato is able to just stay out of an exchange where he could get grabbed up and he ends up in the ground, he could definitely just probably like more than likely land some big shots on Paul Craig that even knock him out, get the decision, whatever. You know what I mean? It's like, it's not. I don't know. But if he ends up going out there and beating Paul Craig, he ain't never gonna do shit in this division. That's all I know.
Yeah, Paul Craig by toe hold.
Then then Bellato has a chance to come back and be champ. But we'll see how all that plays out in the co-main event. Let's go. Featured bout. This is the start to the end of the featherweight division right here. Sodiq Yusuff, he's up at 155 now.
Yep.
I get it. He's he's got a lot of muscle on him. So it's like, I definitely get it that way because probably hard, not trying to do all that. Wants to be just healthier, just fight, just better condition. Taking on fucking Marion Santos, man. Or Marion, he is such a fucking solid fighter coming up.
Yeah.
But Sodiq Yusuff in your third UFC fight?
Right.
A bit of a crazy step up.
He's 24 years old. He won last tough. So his 2 fights in the UFC is the one tough fight against Konofli where he won.
Yep.
And then the split decision win over Francis, which was a controversial split decision. I honestly thought he won that fight, but a lot of people, thought that he lost it.
He said that he wanted it back and thought that he should have lost it. So
yeah. Into Sodiq, who's 6-3 in the UFC, was top 15 at 145. Yeah, I don't get it.
Yeah,
I really don't get it.
This is probably gonna be a sick fight, honestly.
It can be.
Yeah, it'll probably definitely be fun.
Their average fight time is 10:51 for Sodiq and then 10:45 for Marion Santos. That's crazy.
Because then it's also just Santos also moving on from 145 too, in the UFC to 155.
Yeah.
So that's where it's like that just seems like a lot. Obviously Sodiq, new weight class and stuff, but it's you're unproven and not really that tested in the UFC for Santos. And you're trying out a new division against a very tested obviously, had some setbacks, 2-fight losing streak, Edson Barboza, Diego Lopez. There's no real shame in that for Sodiq Yusuff. You know what I mean? But I don't know. Sodiq Yusuff by fucking finish, man. That's just feel like this is gonna be I feel like he's had over a year layoff at this point. New weight class, he's probably gonna be fucking strong and physical as shit. I feel like he's really gonna want to get a win back. Definitely not trying to go on a 3-fight losing streak. He's gonna give fucking Santos an ass whooping in there and give him a lesson that hey, there's fucking levels to the UFC. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's kind of crazy too that Sodiq actually overall only one more professional fight though than Santos. 13-4 to 15-1.
And it's funny because Myron's only been fighting for 6 years, but he just cooked. He started. He had 6 fights and 7-8 fights in 2019.
Yeah.
Well, it's insane because they're also 7 years apart in age. Sodiq's 7 years older.
The rare one draw for an amateur fight, then going into their pro career.
How do you get a draw in an amateur fight?
I don't know, but that's just I always love seeing shit like that. But yeah, one pro loss on the record of Santos coming to Dan Argueta. Both of them when they were undefeated in LFA, ground and pound 3rd round loss. This is gonna be Sodiq Yusuff's fight, man. I feel pretty good about this, and it just kind of does suck because this is good. I just already have the feeling that it's gonna be one of those things where it's Sodiq Yusuff, a top 15 guy, you know what I mean? Got just bounced out at 145. Now he's moving up. He's gonna fucking beat this fucking young up and coming guy. You know what I mean? He might look really good, and then it's gonna be new weight class for Sodiq Yusuff. Here's fucking winner or loser of fucking Rafael Fiziev, Ignacio Bahamondes or something. You know what I mean? I'm just worried that they might do some shit like that, and I hope not. Let him build back into it. You know what I mean? Let him get his feet comfortable at 155 and just just really work his way to that spot in the top 15 because there's levels to this shit.
No, for real, there is.
But yeah, should be a really fun fight at 155 pounds, though.
Also, a really fun fight for him after this one, if he does win, would be Alexander Hernandez.
Yeah, like that'd be like something like that. It's like, yeah, this Hernandez not the best skilled guy, but just way more tested at like in the UFC level at 145, you know?
Yeah, and also fought down at 145. Right. So like they're also similar size as well.
Yeah. And fucking that's a
good.
Bro, Sodiq Yusuff's the underdog.
Wait, what?
Sodiq. I mean, it's close. Minus 140 favorite for Santos. Bro,
okay, I might be making some parlays. Oh,
yo, that's what I was literally just thinking. Like, what in the fuck? Bro, I'm just like, some of these odds gotta get checked on fucking DraftKings real quick. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. I don't know. We'll see about that. I guess odds makers just liking the streak in Santos compared to a 2-fight losing streak for Yusuff. I don't know, but yeah, that's crazy. Next fight on the main card though, Nursulton and Ruziboev taking on Dustin Stoltzfus. First round finish.
Yeah, probably.
What's insane is 6'5" Nursulton, 5 inches taller, 1 inch reach advantage.
Insane. Dude's fought at lightweight before. Imagine that. That's some fucking Corey Hill shit, and it's fucking crazy.
Insanity.
But yeah, this fight. Someone's getting finished. More than likely, Dustin Stoltzfus is going to get finished.
Yeah.
Hey. Bro.
Listen, I'm just saying.
Things happen, man.
Nursulton's been finished 2 times. 1 sub, 1 knockout. And that's going back to a sub in 2016 and getting knocked out back in 2014 in his 3rd professional fight. He's lost a lot of decisions since then. 7 decision losses. I know Dustin, it's like kill or be killed, like first round shit. But the fact that Nursulton also just be getting people out of there the first round and it's just like a lot taller, I'm just going to assume he's going to punch him out there.
Right.
95% chance of happening. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
We'll see. But next fight on main card, 145-pound fight. Melquizael Costa taking on Juicy J, Julian Erosa. This should be a pretty goddamn fun fight, honestly.
Yeah, this should be a banger.
Is it going to be a banger? Or...
I think it's one-sided.
I was going to say... Or does Costa kind of just go out there, get the grappling going, and grab a sub on Juicy J and kind of make it look easy?
Or does he go in for a takedown and get darsed?
That's fucking possible, too.
Yeah.
It's pretty insane that fucking... Because how old is Costa? 28 years old. And Juicy J is 35. What, 35? Yeah, 35. Yeah. Not too far off in experience, like, just with everything, like, being considered. Just 30 fights to fucking 42, like, being fucking 7 years apart and you're sub 30, like, you know what I mean? Like, that's pretty kind of crazy, honestly. Melquizael Costa got a shit ton of fights for his age.
This will be his 3rd fight this year.
Erosa really does love his guillotines and darces.
That's probably getting there all of his subs, right?
It's a majority of his subs. He has 1 triangle choke.
Everyone's got to have a triangle
2,
choke if you do.
3.
You know what I mean?
1 rear naked. What's a Bravo choke?
I forget. I'm pretty sure that's some sort of variation of like the like Anaconda Darce. I'm pretty sure it's pretty close to it.
That's the shit Ignacio got.
Yeah, I forget what the exact intricacy is. It's been a while since I fucking thought about Bravo jokes, honestly.
But either way, the same family.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Yeah, man. He's slick as hell. He loves to catch subs. He's got 31 wins. He's got 14 submissions, 12 knockouts. You could definitely catch something for sure. But we'll see how that one plays out. I do think that Costa more than likely goes out there, gets his 3rd win of the year. And fuck, bro, I don't know. He's just what? Let's see what he can fucking do. You know what I mean? Keep letting him cook on fights like this. Let's see if he can go 5-0, 6-0 in a year. You know what I mean? Let's fucking do it. Let's allow these motherfuckers, especially when it's someone like him, he's not getting paid too much. Let him try and set some record like that. You know what I mean? It's not going to be some fucking like Tom Aspinall or whatever that, he's like, yeah, let me fight 6 times a year. They'll be like, no, bro, that's going to be like $5 million.
No, seriously, especially the way they did him at first, because it's like he came in And his debut was against Thiago Moises, and he had a rough loss there. Beats Austin Lingo, and then has a rough loss to Steve Garcia. And now he's on a 3-fight winning streak. 2 of them, like I said, this year. Like, yeah, let him cook in these types of fights.
Hell yeah. Let's go. Last fight on the main card, Matheus, Camilo, and Gabe Green. No feels in this. Camilo making his UFC debut. Gabe Green 2-3 in the UFC.
Like I was telling Kate, because we were like, who is this guy? I was looking at him like, oh yeah, this is the guy. There was a fighter who at a press conference told Dana to sign him. So Dana had him fight on the Korean Zombies fight. Yeah. This guy's the one who beat him.
I got you. Yeah, I remember that guy lost. That's funny.
Yeah. That's why he's on the main card.
Sure, let's go. Hooray. Prelims. We got a couple of decent fights, decent fighters on the prelims. Prelim headliner Jared Gordon versus Thiago Moises. Always just still crazy of looking at Thiago Moises, and it's just like, damn, only 30 years old. Feels like he should be 35 or something.
Yeah, 30 years old, 8-6 in the UFC.
Yeah, he's fought some real fucking good people. Like,
no, he
all
has.
of his UFC losses. Benil Dariush, Damir Ismagulov, Islam Makhachev, Joel Alvarez, Benoit Saint-Denis, Ludovic Klein.
Yeah.
That's a rough fucking run of it. Like, yeah. Oh, man, yeah.
They're both 8-6 in the UFC.
Very nice.
Damn. Someone 6 has got to go.
Yeah, Thiago probably by sub, but it's probably by decision, but I feel like he could catch us up in here.
He could catch us up, but more likely a decision.
Say. But yeah, that should be a good one. Denise Gomes back on it. Always nice to see her. You know.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice. Taking on Elise Reed 4-4 in the UFC. Not too great, but it is what it is. And then we got Hyung Sung Park 9-0, undefeated prospect at 125 pounds, taking on Carlos Hernandez. Let's see.
It's a fun fight. I think that one's going to be very good.
Yeah,
but I think Park can keep his though. But there's another undefeated fighter. He could potentially lose his.
Yeah.
And there's Michael Morales. Oh shit, there's 3 people on this Apex card.
Yeah. 3 undefeated fighters.
I don't know this other guy.
Because I know that, and it's just
he's
it's
a
funny
favorite. He's losing the
because it's I know in the past month or so we I've been seeing posts of people posting about the undefeated fighters and stuff, and it's just kind of funny that we've been on it since the start of the year. But 13 and 22 I believe they're at right now, right?
14
and 22. Bro, it is so crazy of Ginger you going through
the last 5 years.
Yeah, and just literally through the past 5 years, what the height, the ones with the most losses. I will pull this
shit up. I still have that. I was doing this on a Excel spreadsheet, just adding 1 and 2, 1 or however many on each card. So in 2024, they went 54, 22, and 1 no contest. 2023, 62, 31, and 1 no contest. 2022, 37, 29, 1 no contest. That was the next year's closest at 27 and 24, and then 38, 31, 1 no contest.
Yeah, but so what was that, 23 with the 31 losses?
23 and 20.
A full year, you know what I mean? Getting 31 losses. We're just into 22. The 5th month of the year, and we got 22 losses already. It's was 8 more losses than wins right now. It absolutely cursed for undefeated fighter.
This year is legitimately cursed based on what I did, which was go through every card on Tapology and seeing the undefeated fighters, whether they won or lost on that card.
Perfect.
But also, talking about undefeated fighters, Carlos Hernandez, once he fights this one, his last 4 opponents are all undefeated fighters. And Tetsuya Taira, Rei Saruya, I forgot how to pronounce this dude's name. Herman Dembarel.
Yeah.
Human Dembarel. Yeah. All undefeated. That's crazy.
That is crazy, honestly. Hey, it's he
Christian
took up
Rodriguez
the job.
Was getting that, but he's winning.
he took up the job with Tyra, and now it's one of those things, You gotta have those people. Like you said, C-Rod took up the job. He's doing the thing. You just keep getting it. Mm-hmm. That's why with certain things you don't say yes to, because the UFC is like, hey, we know a guy. That's why Ian Gayer's career is fucked. Moving on. That's really it.
I was gonna say, what else is there to move on to?
I didn't have. Moving on, all the canceled fights on this fucking card.
Yeah.
Iron Turtle's supposed to be on this card. Nope. Muhammad Usman not on this card. Nope. Sergey Spivak versus Shamil.
Yeah, that would have been another undefeated fighter with Hamdi.
Nope. He doesn't count. Curtis Blades, Fizzled. Nope. Abdul Razak Al Hassan. Nope. Movsar Evlev, Aaron Pico. Nope. That's crazy that this was the fight card that they were gonna put that on. Wow, like
that would have been so much better. How disrespectful.
Yeah, just fucking.
I feel like it would have been disrespectful to put him in the Apex. It would have been probably the main event.
No,
because it
would have been under Burns and Morales.
No, because I think they would have kept Burns Morales on the pay-per-view.
True.
Yeah.
They moved it because they needed a main event.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been good though. But yeah, so a whole lot of canceled fights. But yeah, we'll see how this card shakes out overall by the end of it. 12 fights, pretty standard at this point. I remember when it used to be standard 14 fights. So
yeah.
Sad. But let's go. That's all there is to talk about for this card. Yeah, and it's just me with Michael Morales on the draft for this one, right? I don't think anyone else has yeah. Let's go. So hopefully I inch a little bit closer towards you guys with wins. Hooray! Now, we got some motherfucking fight news to talk about. Let's get into it. First fight to talk about, UFC 317, June 28th in Las Vegas, Nevada. We got Viviane Araujo taking on Tracy Cortez, 2 top 15 contenders, UFC flyweight division. How you guys feel about that one? Flyweight's awesome.
It should be a fun fight. Not much. It just test for Tracy Cortez.
Mm-hmm.
That's really all I have on this one. Viviane just trying to hold her spot. Should be fun, but outside of that,
no, yeah, I do think that honestly, like you said, obviously a test for Tracy, but I feel like Viviane is gonna get it done. I don't know if Tracy Cortez is gonna be able to do it.
I kind of agree.
Yeah, it's like it sucks for Tracy getting the short notice opportunity against Rose, just real big step up and everything. But I still just don't think that she has the exact skills to pass the test like Viviane. Too aggressive, too strong, got great grappling, just aggressive striking.
Exactly.
We'll see how that one goes though.
Tracy's scrappy though, so
she is. Yeah. That's why I think it could be a still fun fight, even if she doesn't win.
No doubt. UFC 316, June 7th, New Jersey. Khaos Williams taking on Uros Medic. Somebody's getting
knocked out.
Left. Yeah. There's no way this goes 15. Don't believe it. No how.
No.
Khaos has never been knocked out, and Medic was finally knocked out for the first time in his last fight, and that was this year. I forgot that was literally fucking January 11th.
That was
at least this is June, so it's a couple of months. But it's Puna. 31 seconds into the first round, just a right hook that put him to sleep bad. It wasn't a bad call or anything. He got slept crazy. He should not be fighting Khaos Williams this soon.
I kind of forgot about that.
Yeah, he's going to sleep.
Oh God. Oh,
I was about to say Khaos by left hook, honestly.
Ooh, yeah. That's not enough time. Fucking 5-month break. Oh my God. Yeah, so good probable win for Khaos Williams there, sadly. Azamat Murzakanov, undefeated fighter, and 205-pound division, supposed to be fighting Johnny Walker. No longer fighting Johnny Walker, taking on Brenton Hibiero.
Azamat should win.
Yep.
He's knocking him out.
And if he doesn't, he's getting knocked out of the top 15, so it all works out.
Yep, and Brenton probably won't take his spot. It'll be someone else that gets that. So
we'll more likely.
But yeah, so that should be fun. UFC 316. Also for 15. That one. UFC Nashville, July 12th.
This is a good fight.
Calvin Kattar versus Steve Garcia.
Ooh.
Steve Garcia getting his opportunity for a top 15 spot.
Which he definitely should have had that. He's on a 5-fight winning streak and finish streak, knocking out all of his opponents.
Still Kyle Nelson's fight.
Yeah.
Calvin Kattar had to pull out. Steve Garcia stepped in, knocked the fuck out of Kyle Nelson because obviously, and it was just like, why was Kyle Nelson getting the Calvin Kattar fight?
Yeah.
But yeah, so now he gets that. Bro, is he gonna get a knockout over Calvin Kattar?
He might.
It's possible. He was supposed to fight Barbosa earlier in the year.
Barbosa pulled out, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah. Kattar never been knocked out too as well, right?
It says he has one knockout, lost the knee injury. So no.
Okay, yeah.
He's basically never been knocked out.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes. That could. Oh, I'm just scared for Kattar just getting on the older side and everything, and just Steve Garcia is so powerful and aggressive. Well, let's go. That's a great fight for Fight Night National for sure.
Hell yeah.
UFC 318, New Orleans. Vettori versus Allen.
Yep, rebooked.
I'm kind of glad that they went back to that.
Yep.
It also makes sense because Allen is from Louisiana, so
yeah, forgot about that. But yeah, that's July 19th. All I ever want to see from a Brendan Allen fight, always and forever now, is body kick, back take. That's it. Just
body kick, back take. Body kick, back take.
They fucking grab your leg, you just jump the back. That was just so awesome. It's like you got to just keep on doing it for sure. But yeah, that should be a good fight. I really do think that Allen can pull Marvin Vettori into a real fun, sloppy ass fight. So
yes,
probably. But who do you think wins? Because they can both lose decisions, but they can both win them. So I'm just, who's gonna do enough to get it? Vettori's never been finished. So like, is Allen gonna be the first person to be able to get like a sub on him or some shit? Like, I don't think so, honestly. So that's why I'm like, which one of them is about to go 50-50 in decisions?
That's why, like, this is because of like Allen usually goes out there and like gets a lot of finishes, especially recently with the subs. I'm not sure he can finish Vettori, but I don't really know if he can control him.
Yeah,
but I don't know. This is not one I can predict.
It's one that I can't predict either, but I don't think he's going to be able to take Vettori down. Vettori has, I think, good enough takedown defense to not get taken down by Brendan Allen and just shuck him off. And then it's just going to be a sloppy slugfest from there, from what I think is going to happen. I think Vettori might be able to win that out either by TKO or taking it to the...
When was the last time Vettori finished someone?
Been a minute.
The last time Vettori finished them, yes, it was him. 2020.
Nice. I'm a Marvin Vettori super fan.
When was the last time he knocked someone out? 2015.
Pre-UFC, yeah. It's the only one that shows on his record.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes, but I do think it will be fun though. Big implications at 185 pounds, right? Winner gets a title shot. Fuck Hamzat.
I don't know about that one.
Yeah. Cody Garbrandt, former champ, taking on Raoni Barcelos after his big win over Peyton Talbot. How you guys feel about that one for UFC Atlanta June 14th?
I'm sure it'll be a fun fight.
Should be fun. Garbrandt. I just don't know at this point. You know what I mean?
I totally understand. There are moments where he does better. Then I feel like he still has left in him, but then he just also still shits the bed. And I feel like this is Cody Garbrandt by knockout, or Raoni Barcelos gets a sub on him.
Yeah. He's coming back after his loss in 2024 to Figueiredo. He was supposed to fight Miles Johns last year. That got canceled twice.
Yep.
So yeah, I don't know.
Not sure.
Just the height. It's just insane. The heights Cody had fallen from.
Yep.
And where he is now.
Yeah. I'm not sure how that one's going to play out. But should be I do expect to finish more than likely in that fight on either side. We'll see though. Ricky Simone taking on Charles Jourdain, also on UFC Atlanta. Does Ricky Simon grapple fuck the shit out of Charles Jourdain, or does Charles Jourdain land some flying shit and get a nice finish over Ricky?
Yo, who fucking knows?
Like Ricky might be able to knock out Charles.
You think he's gonna knock him out?
It's possible, man. Like that last knockout was fucking vicious. I think he's on new. He's got just some new motivation after losing.
It's what, 3 fight losers?
3 in a row, and then like getting that knockout win.
I just feel like Charles Jourdain is another one of those guys you don't know what's gonna happen.
Yep,
I agree with that.
So I'm just looking for a fun fight because that I'm pretty confident in.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like that. That's definitely it's that should be a good one. He's always in fun fights. It doesn't disappoint. But yeah, man, I don't. It's like I feel like more than likely Ricky probably gets it done. I don't know if he gets the finish, but it should be fun for as long as it goes. But let's go. Abu Dhabi, July 26th. Asu Amabayev taking on Ramazan Temirov. Pretty damn solid fight at 125 pounds.
Yeah.
Gonna be real wrestling heavy, but I'm pretty excited to see how that grappling exchanges play out.
Same.
Flyweight grappling's always fun.
Oh yeah.
And I'm hoping for an Asu win.
Oh yeah, I know that you're hoping for that, but you're not gonna get it, brother. It can't happen. Because Ramazan, who was his last one again?
Charles Johnson. Oh yeah,
That's
I forgot
what it was,
that Ramazan is actually not very grapple heavy. He actually goes out there and kind of just be knocking people out.
Yep.
He might put a pressure on Asu. He might get him out of there.
He could. That's why
another
I'm
guy
like...
that was just knocked out literally in March, and he's like, "Yo, I'm back." July. That's fine.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, oh fuck, he's gonna get knocked out.
Yeah, it's gonna happen, man. 100% takedown defense for Temirov. Lands 4.37 significant strikes per minute. 2.52 knockdown average per 15 minutes.
I just love how that's what we're going with. He's had 2 fights in the UFC. One was a decision, the other one was a first round knockout.
Oh well. Said what we said.
Hey, these are the stats that I'm presented, and I'm just...
These are the stats, these are the facts.
These are the facts,
these are the stats. Okay, please, Asu. Ramazan has 1 loss via submission. Take him down.
Not happening, Captain. Let's go.
Look, first round.
Ramazan by first round knockout. Let's go.
Look, all you gotta do is go out, fake the glove touch into an Imanari roll.
Disrespect.
Fuck disrespect.
Hey, it's flyweights though. We love it. Let's see how that plays out, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Next fight, my former boy from years back, Jack Hermanson. Where was Jack? He was gone for so long. We don't know, but he is here taking on RoboCop. UFC 317. Let's go.
Rough fight for Jack Hermanson.
I'm horrified for him.
I know
It's
you
funny
are.
because again, another fight in which this fighter was knocked out this year, just a couple months ago, and here he is back in fucking next month.
But it's different.
RoboCop. I know it's Jack though, so like obviously
different.
it's very different, but it's just funny.
Yep. It's RoboCop's got big devastating power.
Yeah.
He's also got real good gripples. So this is a nightmare matchup for Jack Hermanson.
Yes.
Somebody that's not afraid to grapple with him, and Jack's gonna be terrified to strike with him. So fuck. Jack's probably gonna lose.
More than
RoboCop
likely.
back in top 15.
Hey.
Let's go.
I mean, Hermanson isn't even in the top 15.
RoboCop's gonna be ranked with this window. Let's go.
Yeah, you could rank him
get
above
out
a
of there.
boost. Yeah.
Yeah, dog. But we said that Asu and Ramazan was in Abu Dhabi. Abu Dhabi has a motherfucking main event. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
I cannot believe how fast they cooked this
And
up.
they did it. They fucking did it. Bobbert Whitaker, Robert Knuckles, the Reaper, taking on RDR.
Yeah.
The second wackiest motherfucker trying to become the wackiest motherfucker in the division, the Dutch Knight. Holy shit.
RDR's 3rd fight this year already.
Yup.
Yeah.
He's cooking, bro.
You know what? It makes sense. He's used to that one schedule.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Where it's just like you're their star, so
You're
have
fighting
to fight
all
like,
the time. Yeah, because it's like he came in November 24. He fought January. He fought May. Here he's back July.
Yeah, man.
That's awesome.
Oh my god. I'm worried for my boy.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. I've been pretty damn confident in him to be able to get it done in all of his fights so far in the UFC.
Yeah, but this is different.
Yeah.
Because he went GM3, Kevin Holland, Bo Nickel, but now here we are at Robert Whittaker.
Robert Whittaker. My boy. And
You're telling me a guy that went life or death with GM3 less than a year later, Robert Whittaker?
If it was anyone but RDR, I feel like you'd be like, what the fuck are you doing, UFC?
It's like, because here's the thing.
Who knows how this fight fucking goes, to be honest.
Who knows how it's going to play out. But it's like, realistically, for my boy trying to imagine the path to victory, it's so hard. I mean, I guess, like, you know, similar fashion to with this Bo one, he can maybe just try and get a hold of him, be the bigger guy, get some knees, get some clinch work going, you know, and maybe he can get some throw or something off from there. But it's like, Whittaker's got great takedown defense. He's fast on the feet. He's real in and out. He, like, you know, he doesn't, like, he's got a fucking not the greatest, like, finish percentage. He usually goes the distance. But it's like he can fucking crack, and he's got some power and some shots, you know, and especially if he can catch you clean. I'm real worried that he might just be real fast and hard for Anatoly to get a hold of, Anatoly, because RDR, because I'm thinking of just the like where Whittaker can give him problems like Anatoly did of like just hitting him with big shots and like he is just starting to panic, and I'm just worried about that on this one more than any of his other fights in the UFC.
I get that,
and I don't know. It's gonna be fun though. Bro,
Yeah.
But if he can get Whittaker down, wrap it up, it's in the bag. He's getting him out of there. I got no doubt about that.
Good thing he's not getting him down then.
We'll see. He's going to go 4-0 in the UFC in under a year, 4 finishes, and he's getting himself a title fight against fucking DDP.
Getting uppercut knocked out.
Bro, he's 25 inches taller than Whittaker. How is he going to land an uppercut?
When he goes in for a takedown.
Nope. He's grabbing him in the clinch and he's tossing him. He's not shooting a double. What the fuck?
Nah, he's gonna need to shoot a double.
He can get his doofy, awkward ass body all the way down there on his fucking double leg for Whittaker? Nah.
No, but I do think he might be able to trip him out like that, honestly.
It's possible.
Yeah. He is real big and physical, and he's going to be much bigger and more physical than Whittaker.
Yes.
I agree that like, the striking could easily give him such big issues, but I feel like he's just going to run out there and hug him and throw him to the ground. Like, he's going to be like, nope, fuck this, let's go.
Yeah, man. I mean, with fucking, like Kevin Holland, you know, like, right on the takedown. He's like, I ain't striking with you. Like, I ain't stupid.
Took all of, like, 1.5 seconds for him to be like, let's go, on the ground.
6 foot to 6'4", 73 inch reach to a 78. Damn near the same age. RDR is only slightly younger by a couple months.
Nice. But yeah, that's a great fight, a great main event. First 5-round opportunity for RDR in the UFC. So nice to see, man. It's a fucking former super fight. You know what I mean? Former champ versus former double champ. Let's go. And then the last one I talk about, unconfirmed as of right now, but it seems like it's gonna happen. Motherfucking fluff dog Anthony Hernandez taking on Roman Dolidze. It's like, why is our boy can't get big opportunity? You know what I mean?
I was about to say he's fighting. He's ranked number 9. He's gonna be fighting number 8.
It's because 185 is in an annoying place right now.
Yes.
It's not even like it's super crazy stacked, but they're just trying to do everything perfectly.
Yeah.
And when you try to do things perfectly, you're holding things up 100%. Like,
our boys fucking Kyle and Fluff Dog are getting left out of the picture.
They are.
Yeah. But it's unconfirmed. Who knows?
Yeah. But it's also understandable when you got fun guys like RDR too, you know? People want to see RDR cook.
Like, the only other person I thought...
He's fun.
Like,
I know he is, but...
Fluffy, it's like, it was either, like, at the moment, the only people I could see are him or Cannoneer. I doubt, like, Nasruddin even accepts the fight. I don't even think he looks at the fight offer.
No.
No shot.
So it's like...
I know.
And I don't want to see Kyle versus Fluffy yet.
That would be fun though.
It would be a really
good fight. Hey, sometimes when you got too many people at the top, sometimes stuff like that's got to happen. You know what I mean?
The problem isn't too many people at the top. Sean Strickland needs to be fighting down. He should be fighting Kaio.
Or Jared Cannonier. We'll see.
In a rematch, yeah.
But those are all of the fights that we got for Fight News today on this one. Let's go. So excited for so many of them. Things are cooking up this year. Hopefully,
Yes,
we just get we need the few cherries on top. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Islam, Taporia. Even though it won't happen this year.
May not happen at all.
It's happening.
Whatever.
100%.
Move on.
Well, time to move on. That's the end of the episode. I hope
move on to the ending.
Don't forget to like and subscribe if you did. And hopefully we catch you on a fantastic review to hopefully a real fun Apex card.
Hell yeah.
Let's go. Peace out, everyone.